Top scientific breakthroughs of 21st century. The Large Hadron Collider fired up for the first time, a temple of science opened its doors, several companies promised cheap genome sequencing, and President-elect Obama hired a fantastic team of science advisors. After decades of work, researchers made rat stem cells, built the first memristor, and watched a language evolve like an organism. But none of those accomplishments impressed us as much as the breakthroughs on this list. Below are 10 biggest scientific discoveries of the 21st century. 1. Troubleshooting stem cell therapy. In 2007, scientists learned how to reprogram skin cells into stem cells, without cloning or destroying embryos. It seemed too good to be true, and it was. The tissues grown from those cells had a nasty tendency to become cancerous, which made them useless for regenerative medicine, the science of building and fixing body parts. In 2008, several research groups figured out what was going wrong and solved the problem. Researchers had used an adenovirus to slip 4 genes into each cell, but the microbe was causing lots of collateral damage. By switching to a different kind of virus, scientists at the Whitehead Institute and Massachusetts General Hospital were able to make the procedure safe. 2. Building loudspeakers from carbon nanotubes. Scientists have been tinkering with carbon nanotubes for decades, and this year the work has paid off. Chinese scientists have used the nanotubes to make transparent audio speakers and sheets of paper stronger than steel. The speakers work by a thermoacoustic effect. They vibrate and make noise when heated by an electrical current. The scientists demonstrated in YouTube videos that their prototype could blast a scratchy but understandable version of the Moldovan pop song Dragosa Idinte while it was taped to the side of a waving flag. Another team at Florida State University made paper that is far lighter and stronger than steel by pressing sheets of carbon nanotubes together. Those composite materials, developed by Ben Wang and his team, could make aircraft parts and body armor. In a perfect sheet of the material, all of the carbon nanotubes should be pointing in the same direction. Wang figured out how to align the tiny cylinders with magnetic fields. Thanks to that discovery, and other advances, Buckeye paper could be on the market within a year. 3. Curing HIV in Germany. Some people are remarkably resistant to HIV, and scientists have found 2 ways to give that immunity to others. In the first case, Berlin Dr. Gero Huetter transplanted bone marrow from a virus-resistant donor to a man who had both HIV and leukemia. By doing that, he cured both diseases with one treatment. It sounds great, but Huetter had to kill off his patient's immune system with drugs and radiation before replacing it with a better one. Because that tactic is tremendously harsh and risky, it is unlikely that the miraculous procedure will catch on. Instead, his victory provided solid evidence that gene editing might offer a viable solution. Every virus-resistant person has 2 mutant copies of a gene called CCR5, and a new biotech tool called zinc finger nucleases can give anyone that mutation. Instead of transferring bone marrow from another person, doctors could take a few cells from a patient, modify them to be HIV resistant, and then put them back in.